I said no tools, but that might have been a stretch because you do need to make sure that you have something that can loosen a bolt. What you need to do is you need to loosen a bolt on one of these terminals. So right here, just loosen the bolt, and we actually already have it loosened, so let's take it like that. All we have to do is you have to take that terminal and just wiggle it off. Now, if the alternator is the problem, then the entire engine will shut off when you take off the terminal. But if the battery is the problem, then when you take off the terminal, everything will still be running. Let's see. As you can see, now that we've taken off the terminal, the engine has completely stopped, which means that the alternator is the problem. Let's demonstrate with my dad's Honda Civic. So, all I have to do is start the car. Now we've already loosened the terminal, so all I have to do is pull it out. Now keep in mind that everything is working fine. So if we pull it out, you see that we have the terminal pulled out and everything's still running, which means that neither of the components are damaged or that the battery is faulty, but we're pretty sure that's not. Alright, I know I said no tools, but just for sake of reference, and if you want to check and you have tools, using a multimeter, we can actually diagnose the problem. So, using this 12-volt battery, if we put the points up to the terminals, we should get a reading of 14.4 volts if the alternator is working. So the alternator is working, and you can see that the reading is around 14.4 volts. And this is on a working alternator Honda Civic, 2010, doesn't matter. But on a Honda Accord, but if the alternator is not working, okay. You see that it only reads 12 volts. However, keep in mind that voltage could be your battery. That voltage is your battery, so it could be lower if your battery isn't fully charged. Alright, so we have my brother Miro right here, and we want to show him exactly how we're doing it. Oh, okay. I just saw a spark there. But we're going to put the negative terminal back on, and we're going to start the car. And then we're going to show Miro exactly how we're doing this. Alright. So Miro, all you have to do is loosen one of the terminals, and then take them off. So on the battery, you have the two terminals, just take one of them off. And if you take them off and it stops working entirely, that means the alternator is the problem. But if you take one of them off and it keeps running, that means the battery is the problem. So what does that mean? Which one's the problem? I know it's cold, but
The alternator.
yeah, it's the alternator. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to diagnose what the problem is, whether it be the battery or the alternator that causes this battery light signal. And the only thing that you need to make sure is that your car is able to start. So if your car is not already able to start, you need to make sure that you're able to jump start it or that you charge the battery using a charger, which I have here. Alright, so that's basically how the car battery system works. So you have a battery that goes to the starter, that cranks the engine, that spins a belt, that spins the alternator. So that's why you can tell that the problem when you see a battery signal is either the battery or the alternator. Because if it was the starter, your car wouldn't be able to start. If it was the engine, there would be a whole other slew of problems. And it also could be your alternator belt. But telling if the alternator belt is pretty easy. You probably hear a noise. So therefore, the obvious culprits are either the battery or the alternator.